Now let's see one IC. Name of that IC is 74151. So what is 74151? It is 8:1 multiplexer. So in this IC you will find 8:1 multiplexer. So let's see pin diagram of this IC. So this is pin diagram of IC 74151. So in this IC there are total 16 pins starting from pin number 1 to pin number 16. So on one side of this IC we have 8 pins, and on other side of this IC you will find remaining 8 pins. Already you are knowing block diagram of 8:1 mux. So in 8:1 mux we have 8 input lines. So let's assume that those input lines are labeled as D0, okay, then D1 up to D7. Then we also know that in multiplexer we have selector line. So how many selector lines should be present in 8:1 mux? 3 selector line. Why? Because 2 raised to 3 is equal to 8. Okay, so suppose those selector lines are labeled as S2, then next one is S1, and then next one is S0. Then in multiplexer we have one output, suppose it is Y. Okay, so now let's try to identify what is use of each and every pin that is present in this IC. Okay, so this IC act as 8:1 mux. Okay, so in 8:1 mux we are saying that 8 input lines are present. So which pin of 74151 will act as an input line? So see, pin number 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so these four pins are labeled like D0, D1, D2 and D3. So what is it? These are the data input lines. Then on opposite side of IC you will find pins labeled as D4 to D7. So these are also input lines. Okay, so these 8 pins of 74151 IC act as input line. Then what about selector line? So see, pin number 11, 10 and 9. So these 3 pin will act as a selector line. Okay, that is S0, S1 and S2. So input line and selector lines are over. Then what about output? So which pin of 74151 will act as output? So see, pin number 5. So pin number 5 is labeled as Y. Okay, so this is output pin. Then pin number 6 is also labeled as Y prime, Y complement. So here I can say that in 74151 IC there are two output pin. One is pin number 5, other one is pin number 6. So what is the difference between these two pins? So these two pins, the output on these two pins will be complement of each other. Means what? On pin number 5, if you are getting output 0, on pin number 6 you will get output 1. On pin number 5, if you are getting output 1, on pin number 6 you will get output 0. Okay. Then pin number 7. So pin number 7 is labeled as E complement. So we have already used this E notation in multiplexer. So what this E stands for? E stands for enable. Okay, enable. So what will be the use of this particular pin number 7? So whenever this pin number 7 is active, we can say that this particular IC will be enabled. If this pin number 7 is active, then and then only this 8:1 multiplexer which is present in this IC will be enabled, otherwise it will be disabled. Now this pin number 7 is labeled like E complement. So E complement, E bar means what? So what this indicates? So what this complement indicates? So this complement indicate that this pin number 7 is active low input. Pin number 7 is active low. Now we have two types of pin. Now one is active low and second one is active high. So when I say some input pin is active low. So if some input pin is active low, it indicates that that particular pin will be activated when we apply logic 0 to that particular pin. When we say that some particular pin is active high, okay, so when some particular pin is active high, what it indicate? It indicate that that particular pin will be activated if we apply logic 1 to that pin. So this pin number 7 is labeled as E complement. So I told you that this complement, this bar indicate that this particular pin is active low. Active low means in order to activate this particular IC, on pin number 7 I should apply logic 0, or I should connect this pin number 7 to ground. Okay, then and then only this IC will be enabled, otherwise it will be disabled. If you connect pin number 7 to logic 1, what is going to happen? This IC will be disabled. It is not going to perform any operation. Then which pins are remaining? Pin number 8. So pin number 8 of this IC should be connected to ground, and pin number 16 should be connected to VCC. So this is about 74151. Now let's see how we can design combinational circuit by using 74151. So we have seen that 74151 is 8 as to 1 mux, and we have already seen that by using multiplexer it is possible to design various combinational circuit. So let's try to design combinational circuit by using now this IC 74151. Suppose we have given problem like this: implement following function using mux. So we have given one function of 3 variable a, b, c, and it is defined like summation m, then in bracket 0, 1, 2, 5. So summation m is a notation for minterm notation. So it indicates that 0, 1, 2 and 5 are minterm which are present in this particular function. Now let's try to understand this function. So to this function, if I pass values of a, b, c like 0, 0, 0, what should be the output of this function? So 0, 0, 0. So this input combination correspond to minterm 0. Minterm 0 is present in this function. We know that output of minterm is 1. So in this case, this function is going to generate output 1. Then 0, 0, 1. 0, 0, 1. So this combination correspond to minterm 1. Minterm 1 is also present in this function. So that's why this function is going to generate output 1. Similarly for 0, 1, 0 and 1, 0, 1. Okay, we will get output 1, 1 for this function, because all these minterms 0, 1, 2 and 5, so these minterms are present in this function. But if I pass value like 0, 1, 1 to this function, what should be the output of this function? So 0, 1, 1 correspond to minterm 3. Whether minterm 3 is present in this function? No, it indicates that 3 is max term for this particular function. And what is output of max term? 0. Okay, so we want this function like this. So now let's try to design this particular function by using 74151. So we have seen that whenever any combinational circuit, please try to understand this two statement. Whenever any combinational circuit is to be designed by using multiplexer, then input variable of that combinational circuit will act as a selector. In other words, we can say that selector line of multiplexer should be considered as variable of that function which is to be designed, which is to be implemented. Okay, and then various data lines which are present in that multiplexer will correspond to different minterms. Okay, so just you have to remember these two statements. The first point that you have to remember is the selector lines present in multiplexer are going to act as a variables of that function, and each and every data line, each and every input data line present in that multiplexer will correspond to one minterm. So see, here I have designed this particular function by using IC 74151. Now let's try to understand how connections are made here. So we have already seen pin diagram of 74151. So this pin number 8 should be connected to logic 0. So why pin number 8 is connected to logic 0? Because pin number 8 acts as a ground. Similarly, pin number 16, it acts as VCC, so it should be connected to logic 1. Okay, then let's start with D0. You have to assume that each and every input data line of multiplexer will correspond to one minterm. So for example, D0 line will correspond to 0 minterm 0. So whether minterm 0 is present in this function? Yes, minterm 0 is present in this function. Okay, so that's why this pin number 4 of this IC should be connected to logic 1. Okay, then consider next pin. So next pin act as D1. Okay, so D1 will correspond to minterm 1. Whether minterm 1 is present? Yes, minterm 1 is present. So that's why this particular pin is also connected to logic 1. Similarly, this D2 pin is also connected to logic 1. Now pin number 1 act as D3. So D3 will correspond to minterm 3. Whether minterm 3 is present in this function? No, it is not present. That's why pin number 1 of this IC should be connected to logic 0. Similarly, pin number 15, it should be connected to logic 0. Then pin number 14 act as D5. D5 correspond to minterm 5. Minterm 5 is present in this function, so that's why it should be connected to logic 1. Okay. Similarly, pin number 13 and pin number 12 should be connected to logic 0, because they correspond to minterm 6 and minterm 7, and minterm 6 and minterm 7 are not present in this function. Then selector line of this multiplexer will act as variable of this function. So that's why these selector lines are labeled as ABC. Means you have to consider this selector line as input variable ABC. So here again, please try to understand that here A is MSB and C is LSB. Okay. So as far as selector lines are concerned, which is LSB? LSB is S0 and which is MSB? S2. So that's why this S2 should be considered as A. Okay. Then S1 should be considered as B and S0 should be considered as C. So please don't get confused here. So here A is MSB. And in this multiplexer, this S2 should be considered as MSB. So that's why S2 will act as A, S1 will act as B, and S0 will act as C. Then output. So from here we are going to take output. So we will take output from pin number 5. Okay, so pin number 6 will not be connected. Okay, pin number 6 is not connected. We are not going to use pin number 6. And pin number 7, whether it should be connected to logic 0 or logic 1, we have seen that pin number 7 is active low and it acts as enable input. Okay, so in order to enable this particular IC on pin number 7, I must apply logic 0. Okay, so that's why pin number 7 should be connected to logic 0. So in this way, we can implement this particular function by using this multiplexer IC.